The E is back. The E is back, gang. Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Six, man. We back with another banger, man. We back with another video, man. I know it's been what, like 30 weeks, man, cause really the honest truth, the car's been in the shop. The E's been in the shop for the past 3 weeks, guys. I've been trying to get this fuse issue still fixed. The lighting issue is still persistent, so we have no lighting on driver's side right now. The halo doesn't work, and one of the rear taillights is out. So driving the car at night is risky. Getting pulled over, getting a pointless ticket, or even having to deal with the police at all, really. I just don't want to have to deal with the police at all for anything. I mean, the car is already loud as hell as is. I'm already about to have a steering wheel in it with no airbag. So right now, with the fuse issue, the fuse is not blowing anymore, but the lights are still out on one side. License plate tag lights, the bulbs that actually illuminate the license plate at night, had something to do with the fuse blowing and everything, but we still can't figure it out because we put new ones in and now the fuse is not blowing, but the lights are still out. So what we think it is we think it's just one of the modules. We think it's the light control module. I'm actually getting the module in next week, and I'm going to take it back to the shop. We're going to try to swap it and see if that gets everything working. However, in today's video, what I have today, guys, as you can see, got the NRG set up right here, man. This is my hub, this is my quick release, and this is the wheel. I'll go ahead and show you guys what wheel we rocking with. So I went with the leather 3-spoke. It feels so good, though. I'm not gonna lie, like, this leather feels amazing on here. The reason I went with leather instead of the suede to the Alcantara is just to keep the same genuine BMW feel. Hopefully to feel like I'm driving, you know, Beamer still. I mean, obviously, but the leather itself actually kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, it makes it feel more genuine, more nice and professional. You know what I mean? And I've heard that the suede shit can go bad and shit pretty quick. And I mean, this seems to be pretty quality. I mean, this is really good quality. I'm not gonna lie. So feeling good about this. I already have the battery disconnected. The steering wheel is straight. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straight. I think the only reason why it doesn't look exactly the same on both tires is because the car is kind of slanted right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and get inside here and try to pop off that old steering wheel. I probably won't go too in depth on everything in the install, but I will show you guys what I'm kind of doing step by step. I mean, there's plenty of videos on YouTube where people have already made 1,000 quick release E36 videos. Mine might not be the best for you guys, but I am going to POV drive it after we install it, probably in the morning though, because it's about to get dark and don't want to get put over for that tail light. I know for the steering wheel, battery just connected to the airbag, should not explode in my face. On the back of the steering wheel, I think there's 2 Torx screws. I'm not sure exactly the size. I think they might be T25. Just have to pop out that under casing, the panel, whatever you want to call it, pop that underneath, take those screws out, pop the airbag out, disconnect any harnesses that need to be disconnected. I'll get inside and show you guys here. All right, guys, so we're in the car. Got my little flashlight. It's my little Husky headlight that I use a lot. The wheel's pretty much straight, I'd say. This is what I'm talking about. This piece right here needs to pop off, and it looks like it's already loose on mine. Like, it's not even attached. It looks like it might even be broken on mine. Somebody might have already messed with it, or it's just already been popped out. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna have to pop it out on this side. And then up here, right here, there's these 2 screws. There's another one on the other side. We have to just take those out, and then we should be able to pop this out. I'm gonna go ahead and get this popped off. Got this underplate off. It was actually a pain in the ass to get it off because this back side of it was like tucked up in there, so it was actually really hard to kind of fit it out. But after you kind of wiggle it around and play with it a bit, you can get this off. There is one screw, there's a Phillips head screw that's up underneath it. This is under here. Alrighty, I'm not gonna lie, this took forever to get out because these 2 screws, this one and this one, the T25s, they were both extremely stripped on my car, like extremely stripped. You can tell that whoever had this previously owned this tried maybe to get this thing off and just stripped them all out and just gave up, because I mean, no cap, like it was extremely stripped. So that tells me that this big 16mm bolt might be a bitch to get off on this car, but we'll see. All right, guys, so we got the airbag off. Now I'm trying to get this 16mm bolt out. I have my impact here, but the problem is I need an extension. Run to AutoZone, try to pick up a extension, come back, and we'll finish up this install. We made it back. This is our extension. I just went and grabbed from AutoZone. Slap that on there. There we go. Go ahead and try to zap this off. Okay, and it's on there very tight. We're gonna need a breaker bar. All right, I'm gonna try this again, but this time with the breaker bar. Woo! Okay, there's our bolt. Let's see if we, oh, there it is. Sweet. All right, Twinsley just called me. Nah, Twinsley.
What's going on? We in New York with it. Tell me in the city.
Nah, my boy in the towns with it, in the 540. What's up with the interior? Look clean though. When you coming back to the city?
Be back soon, man. Tell him you're supposed to be popping out. You supposed to be popping out here.
I might still be coming out to the towns, bro. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna see about that, bro. Sheesh. All right, so here's our clock spring right here. These screws in here are T10s, and then there's one on the front too that's a Torx 10 that's holding this ground into place. This is our short hub. Basically, this clock spring goes back onto this short hub, and then we just slap it right back on how it came off. I've heard that these screws don't really work. Spot right here that's supposed to be for a grounding screw doesn't work. Doesn't have any thread in it apparently, so I probably won't even be using that. I've heard about a lot of guys having problems with this clock spring because their clock spring doesn't fit on here if they have the E36 M3. So I'm not sure. This looks like mine's gonna fit, but let me just test it out and see. Comes right out anyways. So it looks like mine doesn't fit properly neither. I think maybe if I just screw one screw in, that it'll hold it tight enough in place that it won't be that big of an issue. Let's see. Kind of was able to solve it a little bit. I mean, not all the way, but it's a little bit fixed. So basically the issue I ran into was my clock spring fits over this middle piece, hub piece right here, but the holes don't line up. What I did was I was able to just get one hole in here. I was able to get one of those T10s back in here, and it feels like, I mean, it's snug on there. That's not really going anywhere. So I think that should be fine. Next step will be just to slap it back on here. We have our power, well, this is our airbag, and I'm not even sure what this one is, but I don't think we're gonna use these anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and zap it a few times with this. Hold it. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in. I'm currently looking at new clock springs on FCP Euro because I just broke mine. This ground plate, bottom of the quick release, I was trying to fit this power. This goes to this main power cord, right? But it was not fitting. Everything I was doing, it was not fitting. This is smaller than this, so this needs to be smaller to fit into this power connector. Trying to get a flathead in there and try to open it up a little bit, and then look, I broke the thing off. I literally broke the wire off. That's not supposed to happen. Luckily, they do have my clock spring on FCP Euro. I don't really care about the horn working. This connection, this whole thing and this whole connection was mainly for the horn to work. So honestly, I don't care right now. I'm just gonna install the wheel without the working horn. The clock spring still will work. As far as having my turn signals being able to reset on their own, that should still work, but this is what's for the horn, so this will not work. Now I'm gonna move on to installing the quick release without the horn connection, and then once we do that, we're pretty much done. I mean, the hard part was, for me, the hard part was getting off this bottom panel and getting those T25s out because they were completely stripped on my original wheel. Now that I got this hub on, I mean, installing this is pretty straightforward. Is you literally, all I'm about to do is just screw this on, and then the wheel goes right onto the quick release. The wheel will go right onto this quick release, and then we'll be done. Let's just get all of these screws in. I went ahead and slapped the quick release on. Next thing I'm gonna do is just slap the wheel on and throw the horn in. Our horn is not gonna work because I broke the clock spring, but it's still pretty cool to have a quick release, even though the functionality is not the same. And honestly, I don't care about the functionality. This is not my daily driver. It'll be fine. Finally got one of them in, so now it should be somewhat easier to get the rest of them. Oh, there it is, guys. We got our quick release installed. Everything is on and installed. The clock spring should be functioning. Let me just make sure that this quick release is functioning. Quick release functions. The wheel comes off. Let's walk outside of the car with the wheel. Here's our wheel. Our wheel's here. Got the quick release installed on the back end. It's pretty sick if you ask me. Let's go back in, throw it on. Listen to that click. I'm just looking for that click. Woo, sick. Bet. Let me clean up a little bit and I'm gonna turn the battery on and see if the clock spring works with the blinkers. I'm not sure if it does or not. Let's see. Almost forgot, the last part is putting this plate back up underneath here, so I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on. I'm gonna start it up and turn the wheel left and right, see what kind of codes I'm getting, if any. I'm not getting airbag. Make sure that the wheels are straight. Wheels are straight. Interestingly enough, it's not giving me a code. It's not giving me a airbag light inside, which is weird because the airbag's not in there, but maybe it was broken before. Let me check, see if this clock spring is working. Oh, the clock spring works. I don't even care about the horn. The clock spring works. Look at this. Let's go. This is actually the first mod that I've done to the car since I've owned it. The previous owner already had it lowered on BC coilovers, but this is the first mod that I've done to the car. This is a nice quick little thumbnail right here. Sweet. Sick, bro. This is so sick. Like, one of my favorite like vibes and things I've ever wanted to do is have a car with a quick release where I could just take the steering wheel off and just walk around with it. Just walk around with it like this. Like, people are looking like, yo, why does he have his steering wheel in his hand? That way, man. You know the fucking vibes, man. I ain't gonna lie. I might just make this to its own video and then do a POV in the morning and make that its own video so I can see what it looks like when I'm driving with it, because it's gonna be so sick tomorrow. I mean, weather's getting a lot better out here, so I'm about to start dropping the top. I got a wind deflector that I'm gonna put in the back seat. It's gonna look sick when it's drop top vibe. So maybe I'll drop the top tomorrow. Who knows? That's gonna be the end, man. The end of this banger, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Boy 6, man, as always, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. We at 1.2K subscribers. Everybody that's like watching my content, I really appreciate y'all, for real. Because like, not everybody wants to watch my content. Not everybody might think I'm entertaining or think that my cars are cool or think that like, people might think I'm just a stupid kid. Everybody who subscribes and supports, man, y'all the real ones, man. As y'all know, we got the LSD for this car already. We got camber arms for the F30. I didn't show y'all yet, but the F30 is actually stanced right now. I put spacers on it, so the spacers are fitting like perfectly out. I'll do a video on that. Fitment on that is crazy. I got Megan Racing camber arms for the F30. This car, man, we just put the steering wheel in. I got a Sparko bucket seat on the way. Got the LSD already. It's actually in my apartment, the M3 LSD, 3:3 ratio. We'll get that swapped in, do all the bushings, maybe throw an M50 manifold, hoses, everything else, angle kit. Y'all know the vibes, man.